All right, this is day 10 of the 21-day daily video challenge for the Accelerator program. Day 10, so it's Wednesday, and Wednesdays are typically my no meeting days. I block my calendar off for more deep related work. Today, however, I did make an exception and take a meeting for BitAsha because we needed to discuss the website and what that is going to look like. Aside from that, today was, I wouldn't say a calmer day, but I wasn't a slave to my calendar, which is why I keep Wednesdays blocked, because every other day I am a slave to my calendar, as are the rest of us. Major priority today actually started off with making sure the award is all glued together. So let me come in. So I spent the first, let me get back into frame. So I spent the first almost 2 hours gluing this beautiful thing. So that is, if you look at it, 6 individual panels together that are glued to make up this beautiful award. And if I zoom in, you'll notice that am I doing that right? My logo has 4 layers. So making sure that each of them were glued correctly and then put on top of one another took some time, and then I got glue all over my fingers. So getting that off in itself was an adventure. That was fun. And then after gluing that together, I was realizing the articles that I write for Student of Bitcoin, I've got a lot of thoughts. I've got great articles, but there's no common theme in the type of image that I put out. During Africa, I put pictures of me with everyone within that community. After that, any other pictures had some of the color profiles and the branding of Student of Bitcoin. So that's a charcoal, green, and an off-white. And then in between, I'd throw in some other colors. And then my newsletter was called an Orange Lens. So the first 3 articles were orange. And then I did Bitcoin as a Spice. That is the most refined looking image. It's just a concrete tabletop with a glass cup with a spice in it. That looks slick. And then the last one about my wife is a Gemini generated image. So I was just trying to come to terms with what is the best way to have one uniform branding, uniform feature image, so that there's a pattern. I keep coarse. It looks like it's from the same brand rather than each time is something completely different. I don't have an answer. After a few thoughts, had a conversation with our lovely AI overlords. ChatGPT said, have 3 different options. If you're physically present, then add a picture of yours. If it's metaphorical, created with this brand. And the third one was imagery. I had to do a better job. So when I started writing, the reason why this came up is because I had 2 articles pertaining to the accelerator, one about this challenge and another relating to inside the accelerator, how it's been operating, what the operations has been like behind the scenes. And I don't know what image to use. So as I was going through this thought process is when I realized there hasn't been a consistent branding across all these images. And after that, another key point today was just getting our things in order a little bit. I actually haven't made much progress. There's a lot of packing to do. We're going to Dharamshala day after tomorrow. And I just want to make sure that tomorrow I'm not running around to do the final thing. So I just want to get everything in order today. It looks like the pitch competition is confirmed in terms of the timing. Looks like it's going to be 2:30 or 3 o'clock on Sunday, April 5th. Big shout out again to Bitshala. They've been these guys are amazing. They're accommodating. They were flexible with their own schedule. So So yeah, and then I got a nice haircut. So got a little skin fade. Um, so yeah, getting ready to fly, and accelerator wise, funny enough, today someone found an issue with the deliverable. So it turns out the brief. So the brief are documents that captures what the deliverables are all about and gives more explanation to each of those 4 questions. It turns out the question in the brief doesn't match with the question in the Google Sheet. So I actually need to fix that later today. I've actually got a lot to do, so I'm going to call it quits today. So until tomorrow, tomorrow might be, hopefully tomorrow's a little longer. Take care. Peace.